Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. I still have no idea where the German Navy went to. They were sailing around in my waters, and then they just disappeared. They had a pretty sizable task force too, including a battleship, but it's just gone. So yeah, not gonna waste any more time trying to look for them. We are trying to get a fight here with this Russian task force. A battleship, 3 heavies, a light cruiser, and 5 destroyers. So, let's see if that happens. And also, it looks like we got our little piece of Korea here. The Japanese Admiral replaced. Not gonna go to peace with Austria-Hungary just yet. I do want to invade their holdings in Borneo, but first I want them to take the rest of Borneo. Let's see, Japanese submarines. I lost a DD actually. The Jinju. And that's not really the task force I wanted to have fight the Russian task force. Wenju is not really up for taking on a battleship, but they do have 15 transports. Boris class heavy cruiser with 6 10-inch guns and 2 DDs. Mikhail class DD, that's the one that was really expensive. Okay, 700 million. Yeah, okay, let's attempt this. Battlecruiser Wenju is, as I said, not really the best suited for this. Taking on a battleship would be better if I got my my Wuxi class battlecruisers, because they are actually equipped to take on battleships, and they have done so successfully before. And also, I wonder if the Wenju has been fully resupplied. She has. Okay, got a got 3 of these heavy cruisers with the 8-inch guns. 1 metal snake class light cruiser. I guess you can kind of scout. And 1 DD. Okay, let's see what we can do. Now I hope I can get some successful early torpedo hits, preferably on the battleship. But if I remember, that battleship does not have a lot of armor, so maybe the 12-inch guns will be enough to take it on. Where are they? I know they're up here somewhere, but I see the ping. They're far away. There we go. 1 enemy DD has been spotted. And it seems like it's It is coming towards us. Is that the expensive one? Yeah, 700 million. This, not so much. What kind of torps did you have? Lots and lots of electric torps. Okay. Rangiaba, you're gonna go counter their DDs. Oh, you are on low fuel, Admiral Ushakov. And yeah, you did not have any armor. Okay, Ranjiba, we are going straight at them. And my light cruiser is joining in too. Oh, wow. Suboptimal. That put a stop to my use my DD to fight the enemy DD's plan. And also put a stop to my let's try and get torpedoes on the enemy battleship plan. Ranjiba is just done. She will not take any more part in this battle. Have to try and use the light cruiser. You have launched your torps. You have also launched a couple of torpedoes. Okay, set the secondary guns on this guy before it launches any more torps. Did you have any armor? No. Dodged. Let's take on this heavy cruiser with my battle cruiser. All right. Now my heavy cruisers will continue advancing and hopefully deal with the convoy. This guy has quite a bit of armor. I do have some torpedoes on my light cruiser. It might be able to launch some at the battleship. The enemy heavy cruiser has taken some effective hits from my battle cruiser. I want to clear it out first, then go for the battleship. There we go. Flash fire on this one. Now, Benju. Whenever possible, I want you launching torpedoes at the battleship. Kilometers away from the heavy cruiser. Yeah, I think it's sinking. Now, was this explosive? Yeah. Cordite 2 and Dunite. Barbet 3. Super heavy shells. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty explosive. But those are still some pretty dangerous guns. Was that one of my cruisers, or was that a on loan from Korea? It was. So that's good. Not one of my ships. Not my ship, not my problem. Let's see if we can get the other torpedoes off too. And if we could just make this thing explode. Before it sinks any of my ships. That would sure be nice. Taking out some engines. About to get a torpedo hit on it. Yes, we are. One torpedo hit. And the Korean cruiser. Torpedoes off now. Don't want any accidents. There we go. That is the flash fire I was after. Too bad we got the text here, even with the HUD turned off, kind of ruining my my screenshot. But I guess I can try and edit those out. Yeah. Now, we're just gonna snack on some transports. Made it out alive. Barely, but it's afloat. Okay, main gun's off. 'Cause who knows? Might need that ammunition next month. And the 12-inch guns are just gonna overpen the transports anyway, so it'll just be a waste of shells. That's a pretty big convoy too. 15 transports. Jiba is it's in decent shape. Just with the engines out, she would not be in any help here. And last one. There we go. So, it did work out. Yeah, 8-inch guns actually did most of the work here, but she was really getting peppered at close range, so... Oh no, I think the Russian task force outside of Hong Kong, that's the other meeting we're getting now. No, it isn't. That's just the DD. Oh well. Let's sink it. It shouldn't actually try to run away, according to the patch notes. Let's see. Danyang. You're not fast enough. Linhai, fastest ship here. You're gonna hunt the DD. Let's go find it. Let's see if it's actually been yeah, no, it's coming towards us. It's not trying to run. That is a pretty nice change. There we go. What class are you? Not the 700 million class. 300 million, that's still a decent... there you go. Decapitated by a 16-inch. Payback for the last battle. Alright, lost 4 transports in Southeast Asia. Korea wants to buy 1 Shima class battleship. 102% profit on an already quite expensive ship. Yeah, I'll take that. And the Kazakhstan thing is just not working, but the army keeps trying. They could take Hong Kong, which is right here. The Russians have been trying to take it with their navy. They could take, like, Tibet or parts of India left behind by the British. It's just easy. Just march in, take it. No, they keep butting their heads against the Red Army in Kazakhstan. And it's just not working. The Austrians are taking Borneo. So I could launch an invasion of North Borneo now. But first things first. I need to take Southwest Korea. And to do that, I need my navy in the Yellow Sea. I can't launch it now, can I? No. Cannot launch it now. So instead I could try to take North Borneo. 12,000 tons. That's not much. That's an easy pickings. Heath and friends can go and take that. And by the time I take it, they should have taken the rest of Borneo. I think. Let's just have some ships around. Alright. Yeah, Southeast Korea, quite valuable. 96%, so next turn we are getting Manchuria. Army finally doing things. Aurora is hunting a DD. Let's go. And we got some Korean DDs on our side to help out. Just gonna send you home because you're slower than the light cruiser. What are you guys doing? And let's see again. Are they no, not running away. Lovely. That is so good to see. Turn the torpedoes off. Don't really need them. You're firing incendiary. Did you have armor? You did not have armor. So, yeah. Low pen incendiary, actually perfect. Okay, they launched. Let's turn away. See, would have sailed straight into all of that stuff. All of those torpedoes. Oh, here comes one. Nice. Very nice. So, let's see then. 1949. We get a peace treaty with Russia. That's okay. I was getting kind of nervous that the game would give me a peace treaty with Japan because I didn't have any active naval invasions. But Russia, that is fine. Not the greatest peace treaty though. You can't take any of their provinces, can't take any of their capital ships. Their light cruisers are very, very cheap. Oleg class, that's a different class than the Ochakov. Should I take 2 Ochakovs and the Oleg? I think so. That is 7,000 tons. 6,900 tons. Okay. So I'm getting a bigger light cruiser with this one. Like, none of them are any good, but I could give them refits and make them workable. And got all 3. Mikhail Kuznetsov is replaced. I'm taking Manchuria. Okay. Now, the army has decided that they want to take Southwest Korea, and I think the army will take it too, because we outnumber them 10 to 1. And our army logistics is actually down to 20%, but that is still more than Japan at 4%. So instead of doing a naval invasion against Southwest Korea, I'm going to take the Liaodong Peninsula instead. It requires a little bit more tonnage, but it should be doable. It should be doable. Let's move all of this stuff in here. And with that, most of Korea should be mine. Chances exceed 28%. Oh, because they got ships here. That's probably it. Yeah, they got ships and a submarine. But why am I not getting like combat with those ships? That's what I want to know. Okay. Still no gas turbines. I just keep having to check. But it's just never there. Just keep getting more and more advanced marine engines. Now then, did I get... Yes, I got the signs for both the Russian light cruisers. And also, isn't my Chubin class... Yes, it's being commissioned. So we can do a refit design of that too. So let's do some refit designs. Okay, Ochakov first. I cannot touch the displacement slider. I can probably up the draft by a little bit. Let's go -8. You got a diesel 1 engine and oil 3. Now we got spare tonnage. Now what is the designed maximum top speed of this hull? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Wow, range is actually atrocious here. Okay, let's ditch the torps Let's ditch these secondary guns. Let's up the speed. The ship is overweight. She cannot go that fast. Go with gear turbines 2 instead. Still overweight. Yeah, I don't think this is capable of being a very fast light cruiser. 30 tons is doable, but that is also like the minimum for what I would consider a decent light cruiser. Advanced Tower 4. Oh, it's got really bad tower spotting too. What kind of funnels do we have? Yeah, I'm just gonna swap out the tower. Swap out the funnels. I'm looking at a bit of a four-weight offset here, but that's fine. I'll swap out that barbette. Let's try this one. No. Those are some big guns though for a light cruiser. There we go. That is doable. Oh, what the... I didn't mean to remove you. No, they were using that one, which is heavier than this one. Okay. So let's put these back here. Now, secondary tower, they were using a crane tower. I forget which one. Ship is now overweight. Let's just move things around. I want to find a combination of... by the way, if you're wondering how I got that crane tower, which if I just select it, it's this way. How to rotate some rear towers is you hold down shift when you select it. And then you get to place it backwards. Does that look fine? They just don't really match. It kind of matches. Like the wide funnel is the only really good looking funnel here. I would like to have one just below this hump and one above it. And ideally, I would want them both to be the same height, but that's just not the case. The ship is now a bit overweight. There we go. It's looking like something. I can make that minus 5. No, that won't fit. If I go with a lighter crane tower, not the heaviest one. There we go. That's a lot of firepower for a light cruiser. Modern armor. Triple bottom. I want anti-flood too. I want maximum bulkheads also. Citadel 5. Resistance is like really bad anyway, so standard ratio. Double capped. How about instead of these huge quad turrets, I just go with twin turrets? This is becoming a very long refit anyway. So we're gonna reduce that firepower a little bit. I think the accuracy with the quad turrets would be really bad anyway, because it's a lot of firepower for a small hull, which means you get really bad recoil. Well, that's a I don't think I've used that barbette before. It doesn't work though. We're going back to the barbette the ship originally had. It's not as tall as that one. Yeah, that works. Looks a little bit better. There we go. That's a decent looking little light cruiser. I need increased ammo. Triple base TNT4. It's not bad. Generation 2 radar. What, coincidence rangefinder. Depth charges is fine. I want RDF. ASW is not amazing, but it is there. .42 caliber and length 45. That's more like it. Let's see if I get displacement enough to do some secondary guns here. And I want some armor. 4 inches seems to be the maximum. Deck armor, not that important. A little bit of inner citadel armor. That's a lot of turret armor. I think 9 is enough. And there we go. I do have some spare tonnage for. Oh, I don't need spacious quarters. Really. Let's see if we can find some secondary guns for it. Oh, well, yeah, the Russians have these really funky quad turrets. They don't fit anywhere here, though. Kind of. How about the 2-inch guns? Not the quads. It's because of the funnel placement, isn't it? I think we're just going without any any secondaries on these. But that is fine. That's only 240 million for a light cruiser. It's not that much more expensive than what it was when I got it from the Russians. But I dare say it's quite a bit better now. Seeing as we have some displacement to spare. I cannot put that into speed. I don't think this hull has great hull form or anything like that. How about auto 2 reloading? That's a pretty fast firing gun. I can up the deck armor a little bit to 1.2. Actually, no. I need conning tower armor. I kind of forgot about that because it didn't have it to begin with. But there we go. And 7.5-inch guns too. So these could be effective against enemy light cruisers. Perhaps. Now where to save? It's not much tonnage I need to save either. Just a little bit. There's a tiny bit of tonnage to save. There we go, 0.9 on the main deck. So not a very well armored deck, but then again, it's a light cruiser. Let's save it. And let's start refitting the other light cruiser class that we got. And Oleg seems to be built on the same hull as Ochakov. Oleg has a different main gun setup though. Very different. Got 4.6-inch guns as primary. Are we just gonna stick with that? Maybe. Maybe so. Let's give it the same 30 knot top speed. I don't want your turbines. There we go. That's how we can save a little bit of weight. At least a little bit. Yeah, maxed out beam, no thank you. Maxed out draft, also no thank you. Or minimum draft, I meant. Because that ruins your range. That means you don't get a lot of cool missions. Now let's remove these silly casemate guns. That's the worst tower. Let's give it a better tower. And let's give it a lighter secondary tower. Like so. This whole barbette setup seems to be not very well thought out. If we're just going to be running with the 4-inch guns, something like that would be better, I think. Come on now. Oh, this one is kind of difficult. There we go. Do you fit? Yes, you do. But that was also kind of silly looking. If I instead place that there, and then we can do the same on the back. I think we can do the same on the back here. Oh, that's like a slotted so if it's mounted in this tub, look at the arc of fire, it's kind of bad. If I mount it just outside of it, suddenly much better. And that will just not work there. That is fine. There we go. A very... oh, come on. Come on. A very, very lightly armed light cruiser. This should be very dangerous for DDs and such. Let's remove the mine layer. Oh, that saved a lot of weight. RDF, sonar 3, and Gen 2 radar, coincidence 5. All that is perfect. I'm liking it a lot. Max AP though, I'm not really liking that so much. You're gonna go with incendiary and semi-ballistic. Standard shell size. Triple base is fine. Pyric acid. We're gonna need to lengthen those guns a bit. They're already lengthened by 10%. And still they are short. ASW is fine. And 3.9 seems to be the maximum armor here. Why is that? Is that because I don't have barbette? Okay. It was 4 on the other one. 1 on the main deck, 0.9 fore and aft, that is fine. It's gonna make it 1 inch all over. At plus 20%, we're looking at 39 caliber 4-inch guns. That's fine, I guess. And this, again, spacious quarters. Don't need that. I forgot about secondary guns on the other one. It had it to begin with. I just removed them and forgot it was an option. If we're doing light caliber, high volume of fire here, I think a couple of quad 3-inch guns would be suitable. Let's see if I can make it a little bit faster. 31 is doable actually. Let's stick with 30 because that's what the other one had. And let's increase the range. Do we add some torpedo launchers if they even fit? Maybe in place of the 3-inch guns. No, they don't fit. Back to the 3-inch guns. 3, not 2. There we go. Bit of a 4-weight offset. That is understandable, given all that DACA on the front. We can reduce that by upping the aft deck armor. Like so. Pitch and roll is quite bad. I'm just going to increase the inner layers. Until I run out of displacement. Because that should also improve the pitch. There we go. That's it. 0.8 on the third inner belt. That should actually provide this with some amount of protection. Yeah, Oleg. Also, not very expensive. Now, on the complete opposite side of the cost and size scale, we find the battleship Jubin, which is now being commissioned. I'm just going to give it a quick refit so that these Mark IV guns turn into Mark Vs. And that quick refit was apparently enough to make it overweight. I didn't even do anything. Let's see. These 18-inch guns, it would be nice if I could make them 55s. Just for some added range and accuracy. So would that be 4% length? Yeah. Now that puts me overweight, so what do we do about that? Where do we find the weight? Maybe removing a couple of 8-inch casement guns. Kind of did the trick. These are 50s, yeah, yeah. Still a little bit overweight, not much, but a little bit. If I reduce the casemate armor a bit, no, that didn't make much of a difference. What if I instead... Let's see, what's your resistance now? 175. That's pretty good. I want to keep it resistance maxed. Give it TNT 2. Bursting charge. Plus 20% shell damage. From TNT 4. Didn't really save any weight. A little bit. But it made my flash fire channels quite a bit worse. Yeah, TNT 2 just is the safest option. How about if I go standard ratio for the main shells? Which isn't a bad idea, because quite often you find yourself needing a lot of HE shells, and I can reduce the range a little bit, and there we go. Exactly what I was after. I can put these back too. Increasing my aft weight offset by a tiny bit, but that's okay. It also decreased the refit time. We can some of that weight we saved can be put into inner citadel armor. Two and 1.6. That was fine. That's not really going to be equal to 10 though, is it? So it's really not going to be adding anything, but there we go. Let's save it. And that's going to be another 3 months in the shipyard for Chubin before she even gets to see action. But that's how it is. And now let's apply the refits. Yeah, Chubin is being commissioned still. Oleg, I guess, is being repaired. No, it's being commissioned. They gave me a ship that wasn't even commissioned yet. Alright. Can I refit some of these? Yes, I can. Not the Yang Zhang. And this one has been a refit. Okay. So yeah, I'm just hoping I can take care of the enemy ships in my invasion circle, because the base tonnage I have here should be enough to get it to 100%. It's just that the enemy ships are detracting from that. So yeah, I will see you next time. Goodbye and take care.